The new Red Dead Online Frontier Pursuits DLC update has released, bringing a ton of new content to the game, and I am loving every single bit of it. And it's so refreshing having lots of new things to work towards in this game. And besides all the new content to play around with, this game was totally reworked to bring it up to speed with other games that have released recently. And in this video, we're going to be detailing everything that changed with the new Red Dead Online update. So drop a like if you guys do go on to enjoy today's video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and make sure to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram at HazardousHDTV to stay up to date with all the latest and greatest Red Dead Redemption 2 news and information. I also want to mention I am live every single day on twitch.tv, so if you are in the market for daily Red Dead Online live streams, you can be sure to always have a channel that's excited to have a conversation and play Red Dead Online with you. So we're going to jump into everything here. These are the patch notes for the new Red Dead Online 1.11 patch update. The world of Red Dead Online evolves with Frontier Pursuits featuring 3 new specialist roles, each with their own unique paths and activities to help you forge new directions and carve out a life for yourself on the frontier. We have the Bounty Hunter, Trader, and Collector, as you guys all know. With the Bounty Hunter, become a bounty hunter for a life of constant action, and a licensed bounty hunter can track down targets and capture or kill depending on how honorable or dishonorable you are in your pursuits, and occasionally a nearby player with a high enough bounty can also be a designated target. And for the Trader, the life of a trader is perfect for burgeoning capitalists as you establish and develop a business from your camp. Thanks to your trusty companion Cripps' knowledge of furs, skins, and butchery, you'll be able to take on new opportunities to collect materials and produce valuable goods to sell. And as the Collector, you'll love to explore the world for rare and valuable items, and look for a mystic traveling saleswoman in the wild to get started down the Collector's path, searching for lost jewelry, rare arrowheads, and other treasures to sell as individual pieces or highly valuable sets. And each role comes with its own specific content, including new themed gameplay and activities, free roam events, daily challenges, awards, unique customization items, and more. And players can choose to play and progress across all 3 roles simultaneously, or choose to focus their efforts into the roles of their choice. Now we also have the Wheeler, Rawson, and Company Club that's been added to Red Dead Online, and club membership is automatic and free, which gives you a player rewards as you play between September 10th and November 18th, and players who also have the option to upgrade to the Outlaw Pass through the Wheeler, Rawson, and Company catalog for even more perks and rewards, and everything you unlock and acquire during that period will stay with you permanently. So once November 18th passes, every item you unlocked up to that point will be with you permanently. Now we also have 4 new free roam events themes around roles that have been added to Red Dead Online and can be unlocked through role progression. We have Manhunt, Day of Reckoning, Salvage, and Trade Route. There are more dynamic events to encounter across the world, and new items and variations of clothing have been added for male and female characters in Red Dead Online and can be purchased from any general store. 8 new beard styles have been added for male characters in Red Dead Online, and 3 of these beard styles must be unlocked through role progression. We have 8 new hairstyles that have been added for males and females. 3 of these hairstyles must be unlocked through role progression as well. We also have 5 new weapons that have been added into the game. Some of them consist of the Reinforced Lasso, the Bolus for the Bounty Hunter, the Aguila Machete, the Hammer, and the Lance Knife. Now we also have new visual variants for 5 existing weapons in Red Dead Online, and once you purchase these variants, these can be applied to existing weapons through the customization menu at any gun store. In order to get these variants, you need to be unlocking them through role progression. We have the Bounty Hunter's Bolt Action Rifle, the Bounty Hunter's Schofield Revolver, the Collector's Lancaster Repeater, the Collector's Volcanic Pistol, and the Trader's Pump Action Shotgun. We have 1 new type of ammunition that's been added to Red Dead Online and can be unlocked through the Bounty Hunter role progression system, and it's the Tracking Arrow, and this arrow drains target stamina and allows better tracking while in Deadeye. We also have 4 additional weapon style modifications that have been added into the game. At the Gunsmith, we have 3 new items of kit that have been added to Red Dead Online for progression through the Collector role, which is the Metal Detector, and it reacts when the player is close to some types of collectibles. We also have Refined Binoculars, which triggers Eagle Eye by default, allowing players to see collectibles, animals, and targets at a much greater distance. And we also have the Pennington Field Shovel, which allows you to dig up buried collectibles around the open world. And 2 new types of vehicles have been added for purchase to the stables, and those are the Bounty Wagons for the Bounty Hunters and the Hunting Wagons for the Traders. We have 3 new horse breeds with coat variations that have been added to the game. All of these must be unlocked through role progression. We have 11 new emotes added to Red Dead Online. Some can only be unlocked through role progression, and the others can be unlocked through club rewards. We also have 9 new passive ability cards added to the game. We have Sharpshooter. While using a scope, you deal more damage and take less damage. We have Kick in the Butt. Whenever you take damage, a proportion of it is added to your Deadeye. Live for the Fight. You regenerate Deadeye slowly over time. Friends for Life. While mounted, you and your horse take less damage. Fool Me Once. You take less damage each consecutive time you are shot, and this effect ends if you are not shot for 10 seconds. Iron Lung. Your stamina regenerates faster, and you take less damage depending on your current stamina level. Strength in Numbers. You take less damage for every nearby ally, up to a maximum of 3 allies, which is PS4 Early Access, and another PS4 Early Access ability card, Gunslinger's Choice. While dual wielding, you deal more damage and are more accurate. And Ride Like the Wind, the last PS4 Early Access card. Whenever you take or deal damage while mounted, a proportion of it is added to your horse's health and stamina. We also have a ton of skills and upgrades available through the Bounty Hunter role progression, the Collector, and the Trader. We've talked about this in numerous videos before, and you can also take a look in-game to see everything that's been added here, but there have been a whole host of new things, and we also have a ton of balancing and improvements to Red Dead Online, and I will talk about those inside of this video. But just breaking down some of the Bounty Hunter role progression items and skills, we have Focus, Gun Spinning, Tonic Satchel Upgrade, Eagle Eye Plus, Kit Satchel Upgrade, Ducking, Perception, and we also have skills for the Trader, which include Ingredient Satchel Upgrades, Awareness, Canine Warning, Efficiency, Material Satchel Upgrade, Protection, and also for the Collector, we have Divination, Provision Satchel Upgrade, Potential, Intuition, and Equine Assistance, as well as a valuable satchel upgrade. Now we also have several new items for horse equipment, including new saddles, new saddle bags, and a horse lantern, and several new camp upgrades like a deluxe campfire, a stew pot, camp flags, new Crips outfits, camp songs with harmonicas, a butcher table, a weapons locker, and a camp dog. And the American Foxhound variant is PlayStation 4 Early Access. We also have 3 new camp themes, a Bounty Hunter camp theme, a Collector camp theme, and a Trader camp theme. And 2 new walk styles have been added to Red Dead Online, the Veteran Walk and the Easy Rider Walk. We also have new sets of daily challenges added into the rotation, as well as additional daily role challenges available for unlocked roles, and new awards have been added, including new sets of role-specific awards. And there is a host of new balancing and improvements, like I said, which we are going to be talking about here inside of this video. Players can now change the appearance of their character through the online options section of the player menu. All characters created before this update will receive 1 free appearance change, and further appearance changes can be made for a fee, but you could actually get them free if you get vouchers in the Outlaw Pass. The photo studio in Red Dead Online can now be used to capture a portrait of a posse, taking a photograph with every member of a player's posse, and additional group poses and backdrops can be unlocked through club rewards, as well as ambient bounty hunters will now attempt to arrest players before killing them, and players can surrender in order to pay off their bounty through jail time. And improvements have been made to the detection of self-defense during conflict escalation with members of the ambient population. This means that the player will no longer become wanted if they did not start the fight, and ambient passengers of trams in Saint Denis may now enter and leave the vehicle when the tram is stopped. And the following movement changes have been made for players in Red Dead Online. There are a lot of things that we are going to go over both inside of this video and in a dedicated video, so I can actually show off to you guys what this is all about. So some of them include all on-foot movements such as running, swimming, jumping, climbing, and vaulting is now quicker and more responsive. Players will now recover quicker from situations like ragdolling, combat diving, and slope sliding. Animations and movement speeds have been reworked in first-person camera view to provide better gameplay experiences. Player movement is now maintained when vaulting fences, climbing up objects and ladders, and when aiming weapons. And the on-foot auto-follow camera behavior has been returned to be less aggressive and more player-friendly, but still helpful when sprinting or engaging in combat. And there have also been a ton of combat changes made for players in Red Dead Online, including directional damage indicators. All gun weapons can now be aimed, cocked, and reloaded quicker, increasing responsiveness during combat, and all weapon aiming cameras have been reframed, making it easier to clearly see and target oncoming enemies. These things are noticeable when you're actually playing the game itself, and there is so much more. And if you guys want to learn more about this, I will have a video about this later here on the channel. But with all of that said and out of the way, that is everything here that changed in the new Frontier Pursuits DLC update. There are also a ton of story mode fixes, from free aim improvements to audio and dialogue to shops and general and miscellaneous changes. There are also some free aim improvements in Red Dead Online, inventory and economy improvements, player style improvements, showdown mode improvements, ability card balancing, weapon balancing, and other content bugs and glitches that Rockstar details on their patch notes, and you can check that out in the link down in the description below. But this is the first major expansion to the game, and so far the grindable roles with their new progression system seem to be appealing to a lot of people, and a lot of the new items like clothing and gear are really expensive, and even though it was kind of expected, I was not really expecting having to shell out that much for all the new content that I wanted to play around with. Nonetheless, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments, was there anything that changed here in this update that really stood out to you as a person that you liked most or disliked the least? Whatever it is, feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. For me, I really love the new roles, but the combat and mechanics gameplay changes are my favorite, and like I said, I'll have a separate video showcasing everything to do with that later today. With that said, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to drop a like down below, and of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Red Dead Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. I got you covered with the best of updates, news, information, tips, tricks, leaks, and all that good stuff, and also Grand Theft Auto Online and The Last of Us Part 2 content. Can't forget about those. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram to also get connected with me outside of YouTube, you can follow me at HazardousHDTV, and all of those links can be found in the description down below as well. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next Red Dead Online video. Adios, amigos.